In today's fast-paced world, the pressure to say yes to everything can be overwhelming. But what if I told you that saying no could be the key to a happier, healthier life? Let's explore the art of saying no together and discover the power and freedom that come with setting healthy boundaries. And how many times have you said yes when you really wanted to say no? Maybe it was a last-minute work project or a social obligation you didn't have the energy for. We tell ourselves we can handle it. We don't want to let anyone down. And besides, saying yes makes us feel needed. But the truth is, constantly saying yes comes at a cost. When we're bombarded with demands from work, family, friends, and social media, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and disconnected from ourselves. We start operating from a place of scarcity, believing there's not enough time or energy to go around, and we end up sacrificing our own well-being in an attempt to meet the needs of everyone else. Social media fuels our fear of missing out, pressuring us to say yes to every opportunity. But we weren't meant to live in a constant state of overdrive. Our bodies and minds need rest and downtime. The truth is, saying yes to everything means saying no to ourselves. So how do we break free from this cycle of overwhelm and exhaustion? It starts with recognizing the power of no. For many of us, the word no feels harsh, almost like a rejection. But what if we could reframe no as an act of self-love, a way to honor our limits and protect our well-being? No is not a wall you build to shut people out. It's a fence you build to protect your garden. It's about setting healthy boundaries and recognizing that you are worthy of respect. Learning to say no effectively starts with understanding your own values and priorities. What truly matters to you? What are your non-negotiables? When you're clear about your values, it becomes easier to identify the things that deserve your time and energy. Saying no doesn't mean we become inflexible or uncaring. It's about being mindful of our own capacity and setting realistic expectations. And it's about communicating our no with clarity, kindness, and respect. Building confidence in our ability to say no takes practice. Start small. Say no to things that feel like a definite no in your gut. Don't over-explain. A simple "thank you for thinking of me, but I'm not able to do that right now" is often enough. Remember, you don't owe anyone an elaborate explanation for taking care of yourself. Your time and energy are precious, and you get to choose how you spend them. Let's talk about the practical side of saying no. It's a skill that can be developed with practice and patience. Start with a simple "no, thank you." This phrase is polite yet firm, and it sets a clear boundary without being confrontational. You don't need to apologize or justify your response. Apologizing can undermine your stance and make you seem unsure. Remember, no is a complete sentence. It doesn't require further explanation unless you choose to provide one. If you feel comfortable, you can offer a brief explanation, but keep it concise. Over-explaining can lead to unnecessary complications. For example, "No thank you. I'm trying to reduce my commitments right now." This shows respect for the other person while maintaining your boundary. If possible, offer alternatives or suggest a different time. This demonstrates flexibility and a willingness to find a mutually agreeable solution. This shows the other person that you're not rejecting them outright, but rather the specific request or timing. Practice saying no in low-stakes situations. This helps you build the habit and makes it easier to say no when it really counts. Each time you assert yourself, you build confidence and strengthen your no muscle. Over time, it will become second nature. Remember, it's okay to take your time before responding. A thoughtful pause can help you gather your thoughts and respond more effectively. You don't have to give an immediate answer. It's perfectly fine to say, "Let me think about it and get back to you." It's perfectly acceptable to say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This gives you time to consider your options without pressure. Don't be afraid to set boundaries with loved ones. These conversations can be challenging, but they're essential for maintaining your well-being. Talk to your family and friends about your need for downtime and your limits on commitments. Be prepared for pushback, but stay firm. Not everyone will understand or respect your boundaries, and that's okay. It's important to prioritize your own needs and well-being. Stand firm in your decision and don't let guilt or pressure sway you. Your boundaries are valid and deserve to be respected. Remember, you're not responsible for other people's reactions. Their response is a reflection of their own expectations and feelings. If someone reacts negatively to your no, it's a reflection of them, not you. Stay calm and composed, and don't take it personally. And finally, be kind to yourself. Learning to say no is a journey, and it's important to practice self-compassion along the way. Learning to say no is a process, and it takes time to unlearn old patterns and beliefs. Celebrate your progress and keep moving forward. When we learn to say no to the things that drain us, we create space for ourselves. This space is not just physical, but also mental and emotional. It's a sanctuary where we can recharge and refocus our energies on what truly matters to us. Saying no is like hitting the reset button on our lives. It allows us to clear out the clutter and make room for new opportunities and experiences that align with our values and goals. It allows us to step off the hamster wheel of busyness and reconnect with what truly matters. We can take a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to appreciate the simple joys of life that we often overlook in our rush. One of the most immediate benefits of saying no is reduced stress and improved mental health. By setting boundaries, we protect our mental space from being overwhelmed by too many commitments and responsibilities. When we set boundaries and prioritize our well-being, we lower our stress levels and boost our mood. This not only benefits us, but also those around us as we become more pleasant and balanced individuals. We create space for peace, joy, and a deeper connection to ourselves. This inner peace radiates outward, positively affecting our interactions and relationships. Saying no also allows us to be more present and engaged in the things we choose to say yes to. We can give our full attention and energy to the activities and people that bring us joy and fulfillment. When we're not spread thin, we can bring our full attention and energy to the people and activities that light us up. This leads to more meaningful and satisfying experiences. We're more present with our loved ones, more productive in our work, and more fulfilled in our lives. This presence and productivity enhance the quality of our relationships and our achievements. When we set boundaries and prioritize our well-being, we show up in the world as our most authentic, energized selves. This authenticity attracts positive experiences and people into our lives. We bring our best to our work, our relationships, and our passions. This dedication and focus lead to greater success and satisfaction in all areas of our lives, and that leads to another amazing benefit of saying no: increased productivity and effectiveness. By focusing on what truly matters, we can achieve our goals more efficiently and with greater ease. When we're clear about our priorities, we can focus our time and energy on the tasks and projects that truly matter. This clarity helps us to avoid distractions and stay on track. We become more efficient, more effective, and more fulfilled in our work. This sense of accomplishment boosts our confidence and motivates us to continue striving for our best. When we set boundaries, we teach people how to treat us. We communicate our values and priorities, and we create a respectful and supportive environment for ourselves and others. When we start prioritizing our own well-being and setting healthy boundaries, it not only transforms our own lives, but also inspires those around us to do the same. This shift in mindset can lead to a ripple effect where our actions encourage others to reflect on their own boundaries and self-care practices. By taking the first step, we become role models for our peers, family, and community. It's about creating a culture where saying no is not seen as selfish or rude, but as a sign of self-respect. This cultural shift requires us to redefine what it means to be considerate and kind. Instead of always saying yes to please others, we learn to value our own needs and communicate them effectively. This way, we foster mutual respect and understanding in our relationships. Imagine a world where we all felt empowered to say no to the things that drain us, a world where we could focus on what truly matters to us without guilt or fear of judgment. This vision is not just a dream, it's a possibility that we can work towards by making small, consistent changes in our daily lives. It starts with us making a conscious decision to prioritize our well-being. This means taking time to understand our own limits and recognizing when we need to take a step back. Whether it's through regular exercise, mindfulness practices, or simply taking a break when needed, these actions are crucial for maintaining our mental and physical health. How do we start to shift the culture around saying no? It starts with normalizing the conversation. Open discussions about boundaries and self-care can help demystify the concept and make it more accessible to everyone. By sharing our experiences and listening to others, we create a supportive environment where these topics are no longer taboo. Talk to your friends, family, and colleagues about the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. These conversations can be enlightening and empowering, helping others to see the value in taking care of themselves. It's about building a community where everyone feels safe to express their needs and limits. Share your own struggles and triumphs with saying no. Personal stories can be incredibly powerful in illustrating the benefits of setting boundaries. They provide real-life examples that others can relate to and learn from. By being open about our own journeys, we encourage others to embark on their own path towards self-care, encourage others to prioritize their well-being, offer support and understanding when they make decisions that prioritize their health and happiness, celebrate their successes and be there for them during their challenges. This collective support can make a significant difference in someone's ability to maintain their boundaries. Let them know it's okay to say no, to take a break, to put themselves first. Reassure them that their well-being is important and that it's perfectly acceptable to prioritize it. This validation can be incredibly empowering and help them feel more confident in their decisions. Celebrate their courage when they do. Acknowledge the bravery it takes to set boundaries and make self-care a priority. Positive reinforcement can encourage them to continue on this path and inspire others to do the same. Create a supportive network where saying no is accepted and encouraged. Surround yourself with people who understand and respect your boundaries. This network can provide the strength and encouragement needed to maintain your commitment to self-care. Surround yourself with people who understand the importance of self-care. Lead by example. Show others that it's possible to be successful and still prioritize your own well-being. Demonstrate through your actions that self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity for fulfilling life. Show the people in your life that it's possible to be successful and still prioritize your own well-being. And finally, be patient. Cultural change doesn't happen overnight, but with persistence and dedication, it is achievable. Changing a culture takes time, but it's possible. Each small step we take contributes to a larger movement towards a more respectful and understanding society. One conversation, one boundary, one courageous no at a time. We can create a world where we all feel empowered to live more authentic, fulfilling lives. Together we can build a culture of respect and self-care that benefits everyone. Say no to one thing that you know is draining your energy or pulling you away from your priorities. Notice how it feels. Notice the sense of relief, the surge of energy, the clarity that comes with setting a healthy boundary. The more you say no to the things that don't serve you, the easier it becomes. The stronger your no muscle gets, the more space you create for the things that truly matter.